Father, we thank you for the Son, Jesus. We thank you for the Holy Spirit who leads and guides us. And Father, we thank you for all the communication, Father. Father, we just thank you for everything. So we just bless your name right now, and it's in the all-powerful name of Jesus we pray. Amen. Yes, he's good. He's good. He's good. Free indeed. Free indeed. Well, I tell you what, when you get free and say you've been bound by something, and then when you finally get your freedom, you be saying, I ain't get free, but I'm free indeed. Thank you, Lord, for freedom. Starting at verse 2, chapter 5 of the book of Mark. Reading from the NIV today, the word of the Lord reads, when Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an evil spirit came from the tombs to meet him. The man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him anymore, not even with a chain. For he had often been chained hand and foot. But he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God that you won't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. A large herd of pigs was feeding on the nearby hillside. The demons begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs. Allow us to go into them." He gave them permission, and the evil spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported this in the town and countryside, and the people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by the legions of demons sitting there, dressed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. Now may the Lord add a blessing to the reading, hearing, but especially the doing of his holy word. Please be seated in God's presence. We're using for a topic today, free indeed. Free indeed. Ooh. I tell you what, you ever been bound with someone, or had somebody, was forcing you to do something that you didn't want to do, or just a thing that you were doing that you didn't want to do, but it had you all tied up and all, tangled up in the mind that you just couldn't stop, that you had, it was mastering you. So whatever it wanted you to do, you were doing what it wanted you to do instead of doing what you wanted to do. Anybody ever been there before? I thought you were doing something, just like the Apostle Paul said, the thing that you want to do that you didn't do, Yeah. And then the thing that you, thought you should be doing, you ain't do, kind of like, well, you just, like Mr. May said, you just all over the place, you kind of double-minded. I wanted to say, but I ain't doing it, but the thing I need to do, I ain't doing it. I'm talking about being a slave to something. Yes. Being a slave, not being free. Yes. I can remember my uncle. I got an uncle that's 6 years older than me. He's my youngest uncle. Anyway, on my mama's side, he's the oldest alive. That's right. So back when we were young, he probably about 14 or so. But I was probably, about 7, 8. He's 6 years older than me. And I didn't, understand what was going on, but back then, my uncle, he had learned how to smoke. He was probably, 13, 14, 15. He would, go outside, sneak out, and he'd get a cigarette and start smoking it. And then I didn't understand what was going on, but he was saying, you want to try it? And I, looking at him, he's a lot older than me, and I want to be grown like him. Yeah, I want to try it, so I take me a puff. So anyway, that thing, after we did all that, Mama had gave all us a turn. Everybody in the family had to wash dishes for a week. I had to wash dishes, Mag had to wash dishes for a whole week. I had to do them on my week. My brother Eddie, he had to do them on this week. And then when my uncle week came, he told me, he said, you're going to have to do them in my place. I said, what? Now, I did my week, now you got to do my week too. But if you don't do it in my week, I'm going to tell your mama, she's going to whoop you for that smoking. I'm going to tell her that you've been smoking. I kept like, oh man, I didn't see that coming, And he had to make a slave out of me. I watched that thing, I had to watch my week, then I get a chance to skip a week when my brother had to watch his week. Then when my uncle week come, I got to watch again. And I said, what is that? I'll be watching them bitches and I'll be mad. I ain't watching them bitches and be mad. But he had made a slave out of me. And I wasn't free no more. It was bad enough I had to watch my own week, but then I had to watch his week too. And that's the week I really hated, I probably broke a few dishes, back during the time, but I probably sticking them over there, and probably cracking them, because I was, really upset that I had been made a slave out of, Anybody else been, up against something like that somebody made a slave out of you and you didn't do it? I've seen women that, men talk to real nasty. And they still do what they want to do. I'm like, what is that? And I've seen women talk to me and real nasty. And they still do what they tell them to do. They didn't ask me, they tell them. And they still do it. Y'all ever seen anybody like that? Yeah. So a family member, kind of like, when is they going to snap out of this? Why are they doing what they do? That's what make a fool out of you like that. And they still doing it, I'm talking about being in bondage, being tired of being a slave. Slavery is not good. That's what the children of Israel were crying out to God about when he sent Moses to deliver them. He said, I done heard your cries, and I seen how the people treat you down there. Pharaoh and all of I seen how you've been mistreated, and I'm going to deliver you. Amen, somebody? Yes, Lord. Somebody, because the people, they wanted to be delivered. They didn't want to be slaves no more. When we look at these particular verses, they talk about a man that had been possessed not by an evil spirit, but some evil, a lot of evil spirits. You ever see somebody, you see them make that act so crazy, and can't nobody do nothing with them. I remember a person, that I've known in the past, but he can be all right one time, and then that thing, you see him all crazy and stuff, and then they call him, they nickname saying they call him Flip. They say, little one time, you like to see him, that thing, he over here. They tell what is it that's going on with him, that he just, back and forth. But I realized, I said, that man was possessed with an evil spirit. There was some stuff going on. A lot of times we don't recognize it, but there's something going on. Amen, somebody? Amen. When we think about this man right here, he was possessed with demons. Demons. Not just one, because Jesus, he had already told him to come out of the man. But they came out there when they were pleading with Jesus, not to torture him, until the appointed time, leave us alone. So they asked Jesus, said, can we, when we do come out of, can we go into the herd of pigs? But, Jesus asked me, what's your name? He said, Legion, because there was so many of them, Said, can we go into the herd of pigs? And they said there was a herd of pigs, about 2,000 pigs nearby. It's not a pig, that's not just about covering this parking lot, I did the cemetery and everything, 2,000 pigs probably covered that night. My God. But they said the pigs were out there feeding and the people that was tending to them. And Jesus gave the demons permission to go into the herd of pigs. And they said when the demons went into the herd of pigs, they said there was a hill nearby, so the demons got into the pigs and the pigs raced down and ran into the water and all of them drowned. And the people standing by, they seen it, it's kind of like, Man, we don't see nothing like this before, you know. We just like around on being tell our pigs, you know, they go all our money gone and drown, you know, we ain't no more good, you know. And that's how they came with Jesus. And pleaded with him, you know, they went back to town and told the other people, say, you know, Jesus came, you know, the man that, you know, we never could, nobody could never change, that we used to try to change and keep it bound down and everything like that. And he would, you know, tear the chain apart and nobody was strong enough to subdue it. So this man, he came to Jesus, he was talking to Jesus, and Jesus told the demon to come out of him.
Come on now.
And when the demons came out, and they followed Jesus directly, they went out to the herd of pigs, all of them got drowned. But once the pigs got drowned and everything, say the people ran to town and told the other people what had happened. Say when these other people came back, they looked, and the man that had been possessed by the demons, they found him sitting there with Jesus clothed and in his right mind.
Yeah.
Somebody say free.
Free.
Somebody say indeed.
Indeed.
Look, he was free indeed. He had been bound for all these years, you know, doing, you know, his body was possessed, his mind was possessed. He wasn't no longer his own, but he was doing what the demons wanted him to do. Who gonna cut themselves?
Come on.
Who gonna cut themselves?
Come on, Pastor. Come on.
That's that thing to, you know, live among the tombs, cutting yourself, doing all these different things. Who gonna do that to themselves? I'm not gonna live in no tomb. I'm not gonna cut myself. But that's the way this man lived, because the demons had him doing all these things. But say when they came back, they seen this man clothed and in his right mind. Ain't God good, y'all? I just thank God what the book of John said. John 8:36 said, if the Son therefore make you free, ye shall be free indeed. The one the Son set free, he is free indeed. Look, I bet there's some of y'all here today that have gone through something. And didn't have no control over what it was you was going over. But you had to pray. And you had to pray. And had to keep praying. And pray without ceasing until Jesus, you know, heard about it. And then he did something about it. I think about, if you were to read on down through Mark chapter 5. If you go down to verse 25, it talks about a woman that had an issue of blood. They said she had it for 12 long years. And they said she would go to the doctor and had spent all she had, you know, trying to get well. But they said instead of her getting better, she grew worse. And said that over and over again, you know, that the lady, you know, she was just broke, you know. She had this issue that she was, you know, enslaved to. That her body was bleeding and she couldn't make it stop. The doctor couldn't make it stop. Didn't nobody have no control over, but she would bleed and couldn't stop. But she told herself, say, if I could just get to Jesus and touch the hem of his garment, that I'll be made whole.
Say that.
And look, the woman made it to Jesus through the crowd. They said she pressed her way. You know, sometimes it ain't easy to get there, get the way you're trying to go. You just have to keep working until you get the way you need to get to. But say when she touched the edge of his cloak, said she felt it up on her, that she was made whole. And then Jesus said, who touched me? He said he felt that power with the left. That somebody had faith enough that when they know this, if I can take Jesus, I know I'm going to be all right. And the lady, she touched him, and after she found out, you know, Jesus said, so he wouldn't even go further. People said, why you asking who touched me? You know, all these people around you pressing up against you, you talking about who touched you? Jesus said, I felt that power leave.
Yeah.
And the woman, when she discovered that Jesus wasn't going no further until she came forth. She came forth, and she told us it would be, I heard about you, Jesus. They said that if I can just get up and touch the edge of your cloak, I'll be made whole. And said when I did, I felt in my body was healed just instantly.
Hallelujah.
And he told us that, go, your faith has made you whole. And that's what we got to have, you know, being free. This lady was free indeed, just by touching the hem of Jesus' garment. And it's good to know Jesus, y'all.
Yes, it is.
That when you're going through something, that you know if you can get that prayer through to Jesus. I talked about in the Sunday school this morning about when I separated my rotating cuff. And I said, Lord, I can't handle this here. I said, my job don't pay me when I'm off. And I got some responsibility. I got bills I got to pay. I got house payments coming in. I said, Lord, I need you to fix this. And I was talking to the Lord about it. My mother, she said, I just talked to the Lord like I talked to you. And I was just talking to her and said, Lord, you know I need some help. I can't afford to stop working right now. I can't even get on no disability. They ain't gonna make enough money for to do what I need to do. And I prayed and I asked the Lord about it. A couple of weeks after that, something happened to me. I don't remember what it was. But I went to the doctor. And I said to myself, while I'm there, I'm going to tell the doctor about my rotator cuff. And I did my rotator cuff like that, And I kept doing it. I said, you know what? God heard my prayer. He fixed that thing for me.
Yeah.
Free indeed. There's some of the things that you've been going through, you ain't got to keep going through them.
What pastor teaching?
You ain't got to keep going through them. If you get to Jesus, he can fix it. You know they saying that song about Jesus can fix it after a while? Whenever he get ready, he can fix it. Free indeed. The one the Son sets free is free indeed. Ain't it good to be free, y'all? Yes. We talk about freedom all the time. Today is Independence Day. Where the American people, started their own country. They got free from Great Britain, from England. The king, everything that was going on over here, it goes to the king.
Right.
And don't you just hate that everything you got to go to somebody else? What about me? I'm trying to work. I ain't working for you, don't work for me. It might help you a little bit, but I ain't trying to do it all for you.
Yeah.
And that's what this, great country is all about. That they broke away from Great Britain and they formed their own country. Now it's the greatest country in the United States from being free. Free indeed.
All right.
Ain't it good to be free indeed? Whatever it is that you've gone through in your life, that when you were set free, didn't it feel good? Don't you know it make you want to just run and shout and jump and sing hallelujah? I think about that man, that was laid at the gate of beautiful, where, he used to be laid there for the, bed, ask arms, for the bed. But they say when Jesus, when Peter and them caught him by his hand, it helped him up, says his ankle bone and everything to see strength, soon they helped him up. And say that from being crippled, he was free indeed from that. And say that soon when he got up, ain't never took a step in his life. Say he was 38 years old, but ain't never, crippled from birth. And they say when he got up, he started walking. Then they say he started jumping. And then they say he started leaping and praising God. Ain't God good, y'all? When I'm talking about free indeed, I'm talking about this great country of ours. We think about even black folk. We went through some stuff. I'm 4 man, they went through some stuff, y'all. They're trying to take us through some stuff right now. But one thing about it, we got these civil rights, just like with George Floyd and everything. When people see them on right, they stood up and they stood together and said, make this right. That's nothing, look here. That was wrong, but we're going to get some freedom out of this here. We're going to get some results from this mess. And sure enough, we did. And I thank God for, being free indeed. That, things that, you might have been captive to, that you don't have to continue on with that. You can be free. Dr. King used to say, he just put it so perfectly, said, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. But when we think about what Jesus can do, we think about that he went to that old rugged cross, he carried that cross, died on that cross, not for his sins, not taking personally for my sins, for our sins. But when he rose with all power in his hand. And he rose and he lived that we would have life and have it more abundantly. That, the ones that were the way we were captive to sin, we not captive by that no more. That we got freedom through his blood. Amen, somebody? Ain't God good? Being free indeed. That we know that when we leave this world, when I used to go to funerals or homegoings, whatever you want to call them, it used to make me feel really down. But you know what? Now, knowing the truth.
Yes.
Jesus said, if you know the truth will set you free. But knowing the truth that when we leave here, that if we confess Jesus as our personal Savior, don't you know that we got some way to go? He said, trust in God, trust also in me. He said, in my Father's house are many mansions. And then don't you know that we got somewhere we can go, that we got our own mansion that we can go to, that when we leave here. He said, I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am there you may be also. Don't you know that he can already promised, say, look, I'm going away, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to receive you unto myself. That where I am, there you're going to be also. Don't you know I can look at it a whole lot different now? That when I leave here, I got somewhere to go. That when I leave here, I go through some struggles here on earth. But when I leave here, I'm going to be free indeed. That when I go to be with the Lord and everything, I won't have to cry no more. I won't have to suffer no more. All the different pain and stuff I went through, or people mistreat me and everybody, it ain't going to be all that junk up there. Amen, somebody? When we talk today about being free indeed, it's good to live in a free country. Thank God for a free country. Thank God for us that we got rights and everything. But one thing about it, when we get up there with him, it's all the kids he'll wipe every tear away. There won't be no more crying, no more sorrow, no more pain. And then it's good to, you know, we free, but we're going to be free indeed. When we, you know, the word says, absent from the body, present with the Lord, then when we go to be with the Lord, that's going to be some showed up indeed, indeed, indeed. Free indeed. Listen, that's your word for today. Free indeed. We thank God for his word. That people have gone through stuff and were bound. But when they got to Jesus with it, he set them free. Amen. I thank God for the freedom. I thank God for Jesus. He can always set us free. The doors of the church are open today. Is there one? You come by.